Let's talk about social media for a minute and how social media, cell phones, these electronic devices have really kind of changed the game when it comes to teen suicide.
So I believe strongly that all that technology, parents need to view it as it is a privilege for their child, not a right. The technology is consuming their lives and really wreaking havoc with sleep, limiting exercise, even limiting interpersonal, in-person communications. Unfortunately, kids are bombarded with, I'm not smart enough, I'm not rich enough, I'm not all these things because of everything they compare themselves to on social media.
Give me an idea of this training that we're doing today, and you're training kind of district level, kind of staff and administrators. The hope is that this knowledge will kind of trickle down to teachers, but does this play an important role in catching these kids before it's too late?
Sadly, youth suicide is the second leading cause of death for every kid 10 years of age and older. And it's so important that everybody knows the warning sign. Talking about suicide, writing about suicide, statements about hopelessness, researching online how to kill themselves, or visiting a social network site that promotes suicide. In our schools, everybody needs to know the warning signs, not to keep a secret, work as a team. And that team would involve teachers, school mental health professionals, and the principal.
Okay. And if some of these folks in this room that you're training here, 300 or so, catch just one teen, you've made a difference.
Absolutely. Most youth suicides can be prevented. And what's really holding us back is that lack of training on suicide warning signs, or we're afraid to bring up the subject. And please know, when you bring up suicide, if somebody is actually having those thoughts, it gives them a chance to unburden themselves, to know they're not alone. They're not the first kid to feel that way, and there is help available.
Mental health services, lots of guns in homes, as well as road. They've been thinking about suicide for a while. Talk to their own parents. I didn't convince that mom. Does need to be required. And then we would make sure that suicide prevention. A couple of legislators putting them in touch with Mr. Flatt, who would remember them all. Suicide and self-injury, suicide and bullying, most protected against suicide. And the third question, various tools and steps that might be of most interest to administrators or counselors for